Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Let me also join the rest of my colleague to recognize the job of the committee. That's the Special Select Committee. This is a committee that was established by us here in the Parliament. Also, we give them some reference to carry out their jobs, and today they are back presenting their report to us. And we're going to look at that report and debate on it, see whether we're going to approve it or we're not going to approve it. Honorable Speaker, looking at their report, I might differ with some members of the Parliament, because I might say that at this moment, well, it's a good job, but I'm not supporting the report as I start my intervention. And I will give you my reason of why I am not supporting the report. Honorable Speaker, if you look at their report on page 9, they've talked about the expertise analysis of COVID-19 in the country, telling us that yes, COVID-19 is real and we should be mindful, we should know what to do, we should observe social distance and everything, because we are told in the report of experts at the Ministry of Health revealed that 181,000 people could be infected of coronavirus in this country. And then 20% of this figure is expected to require medical attention. 20% of 181,000, 20% is expected. And we are told there are also 5% might die of COVID-19. Yes, they are trying to, tell us that the COVID-19 is real, we should be careful. Honorable Speaker, and then if you look at the second to last paragraph of their report, where they take a resolution, where the committee hereby resolved that the state of public emergency be extended to further 21 days, subject to the strict adherence to the implementations of the state of public emergency regulations. Yes. Honorable Speaker, I was expecting this August Assembly to allow the Honorable Minister of Justice to table his report first. That is the 45 days of extensions of the state of public emergency. And then we refer that report to the committee so that the committee can inculcate that report in their final report, table it before us, so that we can have only one debate instead of debating on this one and also debating on the state of public emergency of 45 days. Because if we approve this right now, mean that we have agreed to the resolution, and the resolution says 21 days. So now let's think about it. Once we agree to this, the resolution is 21 days. That means that the Honorable Minister of Justice, we're just going to allow him to read the report and then we adopt it once this is approved. So this is why I say that I am not in support of the report as of now, because what we want the expert analysis. We want the Minister of Health is here to go in deep and tell us the situation analysis of the COVID-19 in this country. Where are we at this moment? Are we at the high risk, medium risk, or low risk? We want to know the level of the country, where Gambia is at this moment. Honorable Speaker, during the interventions of some members here, we've observed a lot of issues in this country. The 45 days is coming to elapse. What have we achieved as a country? Let's ask ourselves. Ask a committee, special select committee, a government at large. What did we achieve? Let's ask ourselves. It's important. Somebody complains about the lumos in the provinces are not operated. And let us just be realistic to ourselves here. Honorable Saikou Marong, as a National Assembly member, end of every month I will receive my salary.
Honorable Chair, can I observe the member?
Well, I allow, yeah, it's fine.
You have to allow me. Thank you very much. I hear you saying that if we adopt this report, it seems so we have adopted the motion on further extent of the period of state of public emergency. This is what we want to say? Okay, please.
Honorable Speaker, what I mean here, if you read the committee recommendation on page 37, the committee hereby resolved that the state of public emergency be extended to a further 21 days, subject to the strict adherence to the implementations of all the states of public emergency regulations. Now, what I mean here is that if we adopt these results, this report from the committee, that means that the state of the 21 days is going to be adopted. Maybe the committee will be...
Sorry, no, please, may I just draw your attention to the fact that we have our standing orders, and the sequence of events is that you lay reports first before motions. Now, I know that the report and the motion are interlinked, but at the appropriate time, we may seek views as to whether to take a vote on one or wait for the other and try to interlink it. But as of now, the report contains recommendations. I stand to be corrected. Recommendations. We can adopt the report as per the recommendations, but I don't think, in my own opinion, that should stop us from taking the substantive motion of asking for an extension, which will be binding. As we did the last time, they came and asked for 90 days. It was amended to 45 days. So I think that's in my mind, that's the correct position. So I don't think we are wrong in taking the report, tabling the report, and then we go ahead with the motion. So you can proceed with your intervention.
Well, thank you.
At the end of the day, when we get to the bridge, we cross.
Thank you. What I'm trying to put across is that instead of spending almost 2 days on debating on this, I know the next debate also is going to take another period. So this is why I'm trying to...
I'm sorry, but that's the procedure.
Well, anyway, I think that is my observation.
I'm sorry, but that's the procedure.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So please, can we leave
Sure.
that and proceed?
Okay, let me just continue from where I stopped. I stopped at each and every one of this August Assembly here. End of every month, we will all go and receive our salaries. The honorable ministers are here. End of month, they are all going to be paid their salary. Now, someone complained of rumors that have been closed down at this moment, as I'm speaking to you. And we have our citizens, Gambians, that are going to Lumos at least to generate a revenue from those Lumos. And today, as I'm speaking to you, some of those Lumos are closed down. So those people sitting at home are not receiving anything from that Lumos. We are here, and every time, that's the language of a politician or a National Assembly member. We are going to protect this taxpayers' money. We are going to protect our voters, our electorates. Let's ask ourselves. These people going to the Lumos to earn their living. They are our electorates. Yes, they are, and they need to be protected as well. So let's look at it holistically. Before we go for any 21 days or before we go for any 45 days, I think we need a thorough expert analysis of the level of COVID-19 in this country, Madam Speaker. And then this August Assembly, and then the Select Committee as well, what I expect from them is that when they lay this report, they are going to tell us, these are the number of people that have been tested in this country. This is the number of cases that we have in this country. This is what is going to happen in this next 1 month or so. Because what we want the expert analysis before we can adopt that 21 days that they put in their report. It's not just a matter of 21 days and then we have to agree to that 21 days. No, you have to convince me to accept that 21 days. Talk less of the 45 days. Madam Speaker, if you go further also, they talked about the package, the food package, yes. And then let me use this opportunity to thank the government of the day for providing its citizens with the food relief package. But now, if you look at that food relief package and what we wanted to do, let's say the 21 days or the 45 days, we are either going to adopt either 21 days or the 45 days or none. But within that 21 days or 45 days, what we have as a food stock that the government is trying to share, let me just give you a short analysis of it. Honorable Speaker, the government is going to be giving us 229,845 bags of rice to be shared, to be distributed in the length and the breadth of the country. And then the total amount of oil of 10 liters is 147,494. The total bags of sugar in 50 kilograms also is 229,845. The grand total the government is spending 700 million plus. That's around 731 million, $201,696. Madam Speaker, if you go further, those who are going to benefit from this, Now, according to NDMA, they say that 4 people or less, rice they will share for 25 kilograms of rice. And then oil, they will have 5 liters of oil, and they will have 25 kilograms of sugar. If you look at, let's say, 5 to 10 people will share 50 kilograms, will have 50 kilograms. 5 to 10 people will share 50 kilograms, 10 liters of oil, 50 kilograms of sugar. 11 to 15, 75 kilograms of rice, 15 liters of oil, and 75 kilograms of sugar as well. So this is what they reported to us. This is what we have. But now let's ask ourselves, is this really enough to ask people to stay at home? It's important. Before we do any extensions of this, I think we have to have everything in place. It's not just we're going to extend for the sake of extending. We have a lot of lapses during the past 45 days. Most of the regulations we are not adhered to. And then the most disappointing part of it, you hear some sectors, ministers say that we are not aware of this regulation or we are not communicated. Where is the proactiveness of the minister, the sectors? Once something is gazetted and it is debated in this August Assembly here, at the end of the day, you're telling us that we are not aware, well, we did not have the copy of it. Yes, if you talk about the PPEs, that's the personal protective equipment, government should provide them with that. That's important. But by saying that we are not served with the regulations, I think we should stop saying that. The past 45 days, we all know what has happened. You go to the market, it's like there's nothing is happening. You go to the schools, people are still playing football. Go to the Bara SO terminal here. It's like there is no state of public emergency. There is no regulations in place. So it's just not just a matter of going for 45 days, but the implementation is where we're having a problem. And then this is not only happening in the Gambia as a country, it's happening in the whole of Africa. And then let's be realistic to each other. When we say social distance in the Gambia, Honorable Speaker, yes, we can just talk about it. But if you want to force a social distance in this country, it's going to be a problem. You will end up having problem with people. The reason why I say this one, our level of earnings are different in this country. Let's imagine how many percent of our populations are employed today. Those that are earning a salary. The teachers, the private teachers are complaining of that some of them are going to be laid off, or some of them are not going to receive a full salary. You know, these are all things that we need to put in we have to look at all these areas before we approve whether it's going to be 25 days or whether it's going to be 45 days. Madam Speaker, in conclusion, I want to use this opportunity also to thank all the philanthropists, those who have contributed directly or indirectly towards the fight against the COVID-19. And then one advantage of this COVID-19 is, it just rings a bell to us, telling us that, look, let us invest in our health sector. If you are rich, this is the moment, even if you are rich, you're going to go to Europe, you're going to go to America, you're going to go to Senegal for treatment. All your treatment is going to take place in the Gambia here. So it's sending a very, very, very strong signal to us that we should invest in our health sector. We should invest in our agricultural sector. We should invest in our educational sector. Look at the number of rices that we are buying from outside. If Gambia is producing this rice in this country here, all those monies that we are spending on this, 700 plus million we are spending, if it stays in this country here, given to our private businessmen or our farmers to produce rice, the story today will have been a different scenario. But what will happen if the COVID-19 continues? May God forbid. Let's just think twice. And also, please, Honorable Speaker, I think this is a high time, by standing in this August Assembly, it always says that I'm representing my people, and I'm trying to protect the taxpayers' money. Let's just think twice. It's not just a matter of you should stand here and say that I'm doing this and for people to clap at you. At the end of the day, you just have people say that, yes, you are doing something good. No, that's not important. What is important right now is that, yes, you are here earning your salary. Someone is at Badibu or at Basi, struggling to sell his onions at the Lumos, and the person could not sell that onion at the Lumos, and they are suffering. This is what is happening in this country. So I am still also appealing to this Honorable Assembly that what we are going to do either is going to be 21 days or 45 days. Let us look at it holistically before we agree to any other thing. Thank you.
Very much. Honorable Member for Funi Jarol.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Speaker, for giving me the chance or the opportunity to contribute to the report laid before us. Although many speakers have spoken before me and they deliberated well, everybody is entitled to